Ramping up with attempting to jund them out in Standard. Elder Dragon War is a card that's felt really impressive, both with and against us at several times. We're notably trying out some Soul of the Windgrace, explains some of the kind of off deck building things in this deck. So this, when it enters the battlefield or attacks, you can put a land from your graveyard onto the battlefield tapped under your control. This is the reason why we are playing Riveteers Outlook here, the kind of Evolving Wilds gain 1, which is why we have 7 basics in our deck to fish up with these. Other ways that Soul of the Windgrace can ramp us on 4, we've got both Liliana the Vale as well as Fable the Mirror Breaker that can discard cards out earlier than that. Because both Windgrace, Titan of Industry, and Graveyard Trespasser can gain us some life, we're attempting to play 4 Infernal Grasp in the main deck. There's a very real chance that this number ends up different than this if it doesn't feel like we have enough life gain to sustain this, but we do have some other cheap removal like Cut Down in the sideboard that should hopefully help against aggressive decks while not hurting us. So let's pop on into some games with this and see how it goes. Dr. Samalander, thank you for the 25 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. You're having a wonderful afternoon. Thanks everybody for bringing it out today. This is our 3rd standard and 4th total deck of the day. We also played a little red-black and Explorer with Liliana the Vale. Remember, if you missed all of that and you're looking for it later, it'll be up on my YouTube channel tonight, cut up deck by deck. All the segments up there as their own videos. The standard playlist getting a little bit of action for the first time in a while. If you have a sweet deck idea you're looking to see played on stream at some point in the future, deck submissions are open. We've also got a promo going on with our Green Chef sponsor. If you check out their meal boxes here in the United States and you sign up using my code POGJEFF135, not only will you save $135 off your first 5 boxes in total, but you can also get a free deck submission to the stream when you sign up for your first box. And then naturally, our deck has 27 lands in it, so we'll mulligan this 1 lander. Keep in the bottom of the Titan. So a Jund friend. That's true too. This land also gives a little bit of incidental life gain to offset Infernal Grasp, which is nice. Hey, Jeremy. Thanks for hanging out for over 3 years. Welcome back. Did we hit a mirror? Yeah, we might have. Let this go on chapter 1 to start because this lets us draw 1 more card before we hit chapter 2. So I want to give myself as many looks as possible towards an untapped green to cast this Wrenn and Seven next turn. Games like this always have huge the shuffler is rigged energy. Like, we haven't played against this card all day. We decide to brew a deck with it and then immediately queue into a mirror match. Hey, Enrico, thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Making content here is my full-time gig, and I wouldn't be able to be without folks like you. Thanks for keeping me around. I have no idea what a cruelty of Gix is, so yes. You're getting your conspiracies mixed up. This is the matchmaking is right. Ah, got it. Our opponent also drew their Soul of the Windgrace, and we did not. Never lucky. We couldn't even hit an untapped green source with 3 extra draws. Pengu Power, the 77-month resubscription. Thank you for the almost 6.5 years. Welcome back. And Immortal Echoes, thanks for the 55. Appreciate the prime. Some solid numbers. Are we dead? I feel kind of dead. Oh, you were the one that sent the Jundless my way. Got it. Yeah, I wanted to ramp a little bit bigger. But Storm's definitely a decent access as well. Guess we'll do this.
Fight? And you think you can win? Off you go.
Our fire must not escape.
Enough with the mystery.
Nothing obviously cracked out of the gate, which is a nice change of pace, Immortal.
I've always hated crowds. Sorry, I'm not interested.
Planeswalker out.
Today.
Get our own Fable going. Nothing needs an immediate ban like Omnixless. Have so much more mana to work with than us because their Windgrace has got to pop off a couple of times. You can grab the lands out of your opponent's graveyard. That's so funny. Noted. We can grab our own there too, obviously, but for posterity's sake, we will take theirs. I don't understand your question, Entity. Do you mean does it copy the draw card when it dies? Is that what you're asking?
Let's make this quick. You won't be outsmarting me.
It's too far gone at this point. I would like kind of paddling uphill for a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna catch back up. Her deck also seems like it has a few different card selection decisions that they make it a bit better in the mirror. Liliana the Vale seems not great here. Tear Asunder sounds lovely. Riveteers Charm clears out their soul. Sherman Underdog. I don't know if I want Meat. I guess Meathook cleans out their Windgrace, which is nice. Maybe that's better than these underdogs. No Sorin for credit. Hey, he's just really hard to keep alive. I prefer that type of effect against the more controlling decks that don't play to the board. These mid-range matchups, you're just going to get attacked, and the 2-3 Vampire doesn't really matter. Okay. Yeah, it's really great, Legend. I'm planning to start Magic at 10 a.m. Central tomorrow. I might sneak on and do a little Unite before that, though. We'll see. Afternoon Sword and Shield. Yeah, it's nice to see people excited for new Magic sets for the first time in a while. It was like a year or so there towards the end of lockdowns and stuff where new sets just did not have any metrics bumps, and it was real sad.
Happy to help, but I'm taking the credit when we win. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Yes, the Pokemon Unite servers turn off in 23 minutes, and they turn back on overnight. They have like 8 hours of downtime. Even last rotation was kinda low. There's a lot of Windgrace. It might have been right to keep all 3 of them, honestly.
Drop it.
Yeah, I think, like, the one kind of overtly offensive card that's left in Standard is oh, what's it called? It's, Meathook Massacre, and even that, it's not. No, I think Meathook Massacre, and even that is not abundantly clear that, like, is necessarily going to be a problem. It's Obnixil is, exactly.
I'll be back with
Hullbreaker Horde's legal. That's true. That one, it's kind of tough for a 7-mana card to be too offensive, though, I think. So, Fable's obviously super powerful, but it's not... Fable's not, like, Goldspan Dragon powerful, if that makes sense. Fable's like a sum of its parts style card, and I think it's very different when a card like Fable is kind of everywhere versus a card like Goldspan being everywhere. It's such weird templating to me that Soul of Windgrace works on either player's graveyard. Feels like a strange choice. There's a few design choices in this set that have me scratching my head a little bit for sure.
We can foster much growth here.
Two more basics in deck. Anytime something is a little weird, the answer is always Commander. Yeah, that's probably accurate. Let's grab their up dog here. Being the first one to have Soul of Windgrace in play seems pretty good in the Soul of Windgrace mirror. I am gonna discard a card here to draw a card. See what we get. That is exactly what we were looking for. So we can clear this out before it gets them another land. Two are out and got rewarded there. Feels good, man. Cut down does not care about damage marked on a card. I know Arena makes that seem a little confusing because Arena changes the number displayed on a card's toughness to its remaining life, but that is not, damage marked is not considered for cut down, no. And that's an easy one to mix up based on how, because the Arena interface is like trying to do a shortcut for you, but it definitely can mess people up. One black mana is basically disfigure worse. It does exile, is notable. Oh, it doesn't exile, does it? Wow, it is bad. Why did I think it exiled? Chad, I haven't read a Magic card in my life, and I'm not about to start now. For each promo, what needs to be sent to me? Just on Discord or via email. Just send me a copy of your receipt for your purchase. Block out any personal information, obviously. And then you can submit a deck idea through the form on the site like normal. We're supposed to be reading these cards? What? Hey, Cybate, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. Appreciate it. Is Disfigure still standard legal press a pick?
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when people.
It's not. Okay.
don't think it.
I didn't think it
One of your
was.
friends has to leave.
It's for the Haunted Ridge, friendo. Hey, nice jelly bean. You're getting settled in all right.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
I think I discard a Titan here. I feel like there's a good chance this dies, so I don't want to count on it to hit my land drops. RQR Master X85 with the 79-month resub. Closed it on the 85-month resub. Should be perfect with the username. Welcome back. Thanks for the over 6.5 years. Yeah, Windgrace is both players' graveyards for some reason. It's real strange.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Feeling kind of dead, shit. Feeling kind of dead. Can't return and cast anything, so I just play this out, because otherwise we're gonna lose it to Liliana.
And you, every seed contains great potential. Heed the trees. They prepare for war.
Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
Well, I will say a knock against this deck is the Mire doesn't seem particularly interesting. I feel like all three of those games, one person got ahead and then just like stayed ahead and there was no catch-up mechanic. We just like all mustered all the way down. I think that's always strictly true of everything in Magic, but I think it's probably true of mirror matches a lot of the time. They had some differences. I mean, like, chat, our deck, and I know this is going to hurt some people who think they're special when they build decks, but most of the decks you're going to build, especially in formats like Standard, you didn't design them. They were designed by people that work at Wizards of the Coast expecting to be found. Like, there are very obvious synergies baked into these formats that you and lots of other people will find. And it's fine to enjoy the discovery process, but like, you know, don't be shocked when somebody else also has your same secret sauce, because it's really not that secret. It's pretty obvious to most people.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it. One of your friends has to leave.
Ditching the Titan here. Can we just Fable?
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish, after all.
Luck favors the foolish. Can't say I've heard that one before. I think I'm ditching the Trespassers because I just want larger lads. Yeah, Wrenn will result in some large lands here. Maybe I should have made a 4/4 instead of holding up Grasp. I'll go either way on that. Yeah, my sequencing here was not great. I should have just made a 4/4 last turn to threaten blocks with, and then had Infernal Grasp for a big threat like this. get this other Fable the Mirror Breaker going. Need to find our way to another Infernal Grasp. I will say this, a consistent theme through the games today is that the black removal in Standard right now really sucks. That'll do, Peg. That'll do. Elder Dragon War is probably too slow here. I don't think we're going to be attacking with Underdog too much. Yeah, maybe the Defilers are actually going to be playable for this first bit of Standard just because removal is so medium. "27 lands later," the Jeff Hoagland story. Yeah, the green ones looked really reasonable in Stomping X a couple times we played against it today. Yeah, I expect that we'll get another 2-mana removal spell in the Brothers War for black, but honestly, having removal be a little bit bad for a set or two is probably a good thing in terms of what it could potentially do for the format. Take the little bit wider range of playable stuff. This and make a 4/4. What's going on, man? Best deck we've played so far today. The band deck was pretty good. I like that one. Thinking of attacking me with other stuff here. It's died. Okay, Soul of Windgrace is nice. So let's gain a life and get our land drop here while also adding to the board. Rows are 5/5. We can trade in combat with a Beast Caller. We can then Tear Asunder whatever they put counters onto, potentially. White, yeah, white is a few good sweepers. There's the Depopulate as well as Farewell in white. What am I gonna do with myself today if I can't play today? I think we might do a little bit of Marvel Snap over on the YouTube side this evening. The kids go to bed. Is the domain sweeper a nothing burger as long as Meathook's in? It's kind of context, you know. So like the domain sweeper can potentially sweep for what, like 4 or 5 on turn 4 or 5, whereas like for Meathook sweeping for 4 or 5 takes a while. Yeah, the Unite servers go down in like 5 minutes, and they're down for 8 hours. They're gonna roll out a new ranked map as well as Mew releasing, which is super exciting. Yeah, it can be like Languish plus, right? Just gonna end the turn here rather than play Liliana. I think I want to leave Reflection of the Kiki-Jiki available. Okay, so they're tapped out, so we will Tear Asunder the Beast Caller. Attack you for 6, and then just plan to Reflection the Kiki by 6/6 again. It's like keeping the board stabilized while also beating him down. He's starting to flip in 2 more mana. Is a little scary as well here. I'm happy with how we boarded. Let's run it back. Whether I have Liliana or Elder Dragon War, I think it's Liliana, because if I can clear out their smaller stuff, Liliana has potential to be able to KO their bigger things. Sand is not great, but hey, I'm supposed to go to 5. It's like doesn't have double black for Liliana either, like no plays till 3. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to go to 5 here. Try and find a cut down or a grasp for their Beast Caller. I think we're just in here. It's the best naturalized Utter End ever printed. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. This is definitely a matchup where the Mutilate effect would be pretty good. the domain sweeper. We get 4 relatively quickly. Hey, what's going on, Slacker? Thanks for not slacking on your subscription. Appreciate the over 4 years. Welcome back. Bee Scholar is very good. It's been a while since we've had a playable Korean Ranger style effect. Yeah, the only problem with the language style card is that, like, the draws where you don't have proving ground, you might have a hard time enabling it. Yeah, the removal of Vanishing Verse from the format does a lot towards making things that have dice triggers be reasonable again. Yeah, Rite of Oblivion is not a free to enable. That is for sure. I think I want to try this archetype tomorrow. That Anvil deck is likely very good in this format. My land drops here, I think.
Power grows with tender care.
Breeds inside of the Oniculti Anvil shell. Sounds absurd.
Leave our presence.
I'm the new boss around here. Join me. You work for me now.
Well, the
Runt.
good news is with
Or carnage. Tribute is
Ren
owed.
ticking up, we can at least afford to discard plenty of cards to Daddy Nicholas.
Every seed contains great potential.
Has there ever in the world been a more pure Magic the Gathering experience than cycle, draw land, plus my Wrenn and Seven hit 4 spells? And we're not playing a small amount of lands in our deck either. We're playing 27 actual lands.
Pleasure doing business with you. plead for mercy.
We are unbreakable.
All right. Well, Tear Asunder is pretty good here. In fact, it could be a reason to play. Could be a reason to play more. This deck could be a reason to play more of that. Liliana seems not great. Tenacious Underdog is basically never attacking anything profitably. Cut down's basically like Grasp, but a little better. We'll put in Riveteers Charm to draw some extra cards. Ugh. I guess we win this game with our Trampler and our Flyer, but it seems like we're gonna have a really hard time closing things out. Seems very challenging for us. Definitely no blocks here. Next turn, we can Elder Dragon War to clear out the Updog, and then eat it with the Trespasser, which is pretty great. Holy crap, chat. Gobble, gobble. We're gonna start this book at the beginning. Okay, thanks. Nom, 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 nom. Game, kinda. I think it's a submit 0 angle, chat. Alright, Pyroclasm 2. The Electric Boogaloo. The Pyroclasm shall continue until morale improves. Card name is wrong. It's Dragon Massacre, not Dragon War. Moon. Oh, Meathook has 2 triggers in this format. Gosh, that's good. Morale never improves from Pyroclasm's asthma, Fred. How long is... Okay, somebody hurt me. How long has it been since actual factual Pyroclasm was standard legal? What was the last printing on that one? It's been a while, I believe. Now back to your regularly scheduled 0 lands and an opener. M11? Oh, God, that's even worse than I thought. Magic 2011 was the last standard printing. Oh, good golly. I know I asked to be hurt there, chat, but maybe consider lying to me next time. Only painful truths here. Did I say M11? I meant M21. See, there you go. There you go. You get it. You understand. I am just gonna do this for one to kind of just like stem the bleeding here. Alright, Elder Dragons. Time to go to work. This is for... Hey, Isabus. Hope life's treating you alright. We're still here doing our thing. Depending on how long it's been, we do a little bit more than Magic these days, but all Magic today and tomorrow for our set release and rotation. Yeah, this one's great, Chip. It's real good. Gradient discarded this too. What's going on, Mr. Boogie?
They prepare for war.
Thanks for the 26 months. Welcome back. Fable of the Mirror Breaker had read ahead what chapter did people start on. I think it's still one on that one most times. Like the real power of that card is largely based around the fact that you get all 3 chapters. Oh, try and refresh the page, Isabus, if it's been a hot second. Sometimes when you re-up, you gotta tap that one. We'll draw Windgrace eventually. Famous last words. Yeah, I think that's a good take, Swift. If Chapter 3 had haste, you'd choose that sub out of the time mood. Definitely want to pressure their planeswalkers here. Heyo! Oh, you said you re-upped for 6 months. Did you get the September discount if you're a current sub that's lapsed? It's, that's a thing this month, right? I think I got an email in my box about that. Sweet.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy. My coin.
I'm actually really surprised they offered as much as.
Is owed.
I'm actually really surprised they offered as much as 30% off. Because for context, if you're someone that subs at that 30% off rate for 6 months, Twitch actually doesn't get anything from what you paid. It goes 100% to me. Because my contract with Twitch is 70-30, and my rate is the same for September subs. So if you're someone that's thought about subscribing in the past, but you didn't want to give Jeff Bezos money, Amazon gets actual nothing if you sub for 6 months as the new sub.
Rich soil.
They do the September promo every year, Lambton. I don't remember what the ratios are every year, but it's every year. Your last 6 month sub would run out October 9th, and I was just able to buy 6 months after this out. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know exactly what their rules are for what constitutes getting a discount versus not. All right, I think I'm 4/4 plus naturalize. Are we naturalizing the Fable or the Oni cult? I think it's the Fable. I think it's the Fable before they can shift some card selection around. I have the Tear Asunder to address Oni cult eventually. Yes, this also gets worse when they're staring down Trample. Is accurate. Not too terrible. We didn't draw any Windgraces, and our deck felt pretty reasonable. Hopefully that doesn't mean what I think it means, but we'll see. Don't do that. Don't make those leaps. Why must you hurt me this way, Mr. Hogland? Look at that, chat. We didn't put any cheap cards in our deck, and we just blanked a Dreadfuge to start. Good beats. Get out of here. So, results. We did. We skillfully put the underdog on top of our deck. Things you love to see. I'm just gonna edict them off of this. Yeah, looks like some kind of mono black aggro thing. So I would wager we're probably favored here if the game goes long. These swamps are sweet. Last ones. Oh, they're maybe they're a little mid-rangey.
You will serve me.
Don't overthink things.
So let's get Dasher out here. They can choose. We could trade Planeswalkers here. Or we could bump Uglies and both keep our Planeswalkers. Choice is theirs. It's not Dasher, it's Blitzin. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Dire times call for dire tactics.
Alright, so if they don't have a cut down here, we get to trade Planeswalkers.
I'll be back.
So Lily grabs that.
Off you
We
go.
put this into play. To KO, there's Sorin.
Without me, we're all doomed.
Lands than them in a mostly full grip. They're looking for their invokes at this point. Invoke's still legal, right? If I recall correctly. It's definitely the best card they could cast there. When I get my Graveyard Trespasser going here so we can gain some life back. A little bit ahead. The invoke puts them closer to parity, though. Hate this application so much, chat. It is such an unusable piece of trash when it comes to expecting anything reasonable to happen with any new card ever in priority. So I tried to put that stop on my upkeep. At least I get to it before this happens, but it's just so incredibly frustrating. It should be 2 life higher here. What's going on, my dude?
I don't strawberry cake. My mom buy it. It was $9, but I really like it.
You really like it?
Yeah, and I want you to buy this cake because it's very so delicious.
Oh, we should buy more of it?
It's just $9.
It was $9 for the cake?
It's just like a $9 cake.
Okay, maybe we can get it again sometime as a treat, but you can just enjoy the one we have for now, okay?
Yeah, but the next time we get it, go be on my birthday, okay? I want to have it at my birthday cake. Okay?
Okay, I'll remember that.
Excuse me.
Excuse you, little pig.
We can put strawberry soda. Strawberry jam. Also, it's pretty good. So, almost.
Listen, concealing curtains here have menace. When they flip up too is also kind of a problem.
We might don't have enough to win this, but hey, but we don't got enough to win.
The fact that we're down 2 life I shouldn't be down could easily be the difference this game here.
So
I'm kind of surprised they took a card there. I love you, buddy. Sorry, Danny's busy. You're okay. Okay, that gains us 2 back, so we have now recovered the life that the client screwed us out of. This was a decent draw as well.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it when Haven't you ever heard of personal...
Oh, I guess I could have gained 3 with Soul of Windgrace here too, huh? Definitely feels like we bigger fished them a little bit here. We just had way more mana to work with at every one of the turns. Their discard spell was also pretty mediocre. Definitely think Riveteers Charm is good here. Is Liliana that good? She's lovely, chat. Just lovely. Liliana is a good investment of wildcards, I think, Chad, especially if you're playing non-rotating formats. Elder Dragon War does not kill a lot in their deck, huh? Does Cut Down kill a lot? cut down kills their dashers if they have them. They probably do. Let me just do this. We don't have room for that. I could see Meathook being okay here too. The other chapters on this are kind of nice. But Meathook scaling for their larger stuff is also nice. Yeah, I do this. Let's coward split these. It's fine. Ooh, I like this card. I think this card's real good. Chat, just like you board out Thoughtseize in the Thoughtseize mirror match in non-rotating formats, you don't board in stuff like Duress in a matchup like this. Now that being said, most of your Magic Arena opponents are gonna leave cards like this in, and occasionally they're gonna hit early like this, but these games really come down to, can the cards in your hand play to the board? And cards like Duress and Thoughtseize and other discard spells don't do that. I just want as many of the cards in my hand to play to the board as possible. Yeah, Duress looks super reasonable on turns like 1 through 5. It looks atrocious on turn 10. And these games are frequently going to last until turn 10. And honestly, Liliana of the Vale makes discard spells even worse than they were previously because she is another way that ensures everybody's hand ends up at 0. So Liliana of the Vale, like, even without Liliana of the Vale in the format, I think discard spells are pretty atrocious in these style of matchups, but with Liliana, they are extra bad. So, opponent messed up here and didn't take the land out of my bin, but there's a question of, I think I just need to kill their thing, right? So I think we just, like, grasp you, edict you. They definitely should have taken the land out of my discard pile, though. I guess they had a land in their bin I could have taken, but mine comes back again and again and again, and it gains me life.
You won't be out.
I think with the grip full of Windgraces, we just discard the land. I could be at 6 mana this turn, but that's probably not relevant. Grab our third green because we have some Titan Industries. Wow, they still didn't take the land out of my bin. That's such a strange decision. Like, I understand missing it the first time, like, Windgrace is a newer card, but, like, I wonder what they're worried about. Liliana provides such nice parity into these Trespassers in the post-board games. That's true. Maybe they forgot Windgrace was on attack, too. It was a newer card. It's a good call out. guess this could get Liliana back. It doesn't really do anything though, right? Garbage time. Maybe? So, like, my Liliana here doesn't, my Liliana here is kind of card disadvantage, right? I'm gonna tick her up at least one more time, but I am giving up a card for a loyalty at this point. Is noteworthy. I'm probably not gonna push her up again. I guess I get a card out of their hand now. Let's attack. I guess we'll give this up. Grasp. Sure. Yeah, Seal of Edict achieved is a good way to put it. Definitely feels like garbage time here. So long, bud. It feels like these red-black shells are gonna be kind of the top of the mid-range food chain at a glance here day one. Definitely a lot of good tools inside of these colors. They're gonna be something you're gonna want to have on your radar if you're looking to play something a little mid-rangey in the format. But there's a good Mardu pile. What do you think we want on a white Arctic Fox? I've been down to clown around with that. The most efficient Liliana answer, definitely just attacking. Like I would wager the Anvil deck is probably one of the best decks into Liliana. I boarded her out there. The Kicker Angel. I don't know if I think the Kicker Angel is very good. It doesn't read as very good, in my opinion. Yeah, the Sun Titan Angel, I think, is reasonable. The one that lets you recast things from the bin. I agree that one seems great. So, I'm gonna go ahead and play this on Chapter 1. Because not only do we get 2 damage out of it, but then I get to see 1 more turn out of my opponent, as well as draw 1 more card before I decide what I'm doing with my saga here. Realtia Gix is pretty good here. Do I have any main deck answers to that, or are we just like fully rinsed off? I guess I gotta find a Graveyard Trespasser. So that way I can... 7 mana plus a Titan, I guess. It is big Eldest Reborn vibes, agree. This card's definitely, all the Rita Head sagas read like they're pretty powerful.
I've come. One of your friends has to leave.
Yeah, like, this just like pops off here and gets them my Titan, right? No, chat, Thurza one is bad. Stop it. Go watch the full set review if you want to be pedantic and say stuff like that if you want my thoughts and everything individually. Yeah, they were getting a Titan Industry chat, which is why I packed it in. Let's bring Tear Asunder and some Riveteers Charms and run it back. boxing rings, chat. Put your nukes up. I play some Super Friends with the White Saga at some point. If someone pays me money, I will lose games with that for 45 minutes to an hour, but it's really not good in 60 card constructed. All right, I'm gonna greed a little bit here and ditch this land to try and get it back with Soul Grace this turn. Nailed it. You see, chat, greed, for lack of a better term as well. It's good. Just like we drew it up. Going first seems really good in the Junmir chat. Whoever's taking notes, write that down. I will say, while I've liked this deck so far, the Mire match has not felt particularly exciting or interesting. We played against another Jun deck earlier with this, and it was I've often referred to these types of mid-range games as dick punching contests in the past. They're just painful for everybody and nobody has a good time, and that definitely kind of feels feels accurate today. It's all bad. Way to kink shame. Yes, Liliana the Vale especially has big dick punching contest energy.
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault. Don't overthink things.
Plussing Liliana the Vale while you are down on cards is a bold choice. I'll still get rid of her, I think, here, but I don't feel like the discard was a bad exchange for us.
A fight? And you think
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
win?
and look at this. They just like didn't use her this turn, right? And actually, we just like get Dasher into play here, right? And just like KO her.
Fine. I'll take my zombies and leave.
Right here. Yeah, for those of you that are new to, those of you that are newer to Liliana the Vale, Play My Liliana the Vale Do Nothing is not a super atypical play pattern. That is something that's gonna happen with some frequency. Yeah, we just get to like Veil, Edict them, Graveyard Trespasser, do a thing. Great. Tear Asunder has been a very real Magic the Gathering card. That's a good, like, green-black sideboard. That one's probably a multi-format staple moving forward, huh? All right, let's get one more decent matchup with the Jun deck, and I think I'm gonna call it an evening. I was gonna say afternoon, but it's actually evening. We're past 5 o'clock here. Remember, if you missed any of it, this is our 5th Magic. We play a lot of Magic decks today. They'll all be up on the YouTube channel. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Central tomorrow, playing some more Magic here on Twitch. Gonna be doing a bunch. How many decks today have had Liliana in them? At least 2. People are asking for what cards are good into Liliana. Wedding Announcement seems like an incredibly good card to be playing into Liliana the Vale. It's funny, we were talking earlier, someone's asked, is there a Mardu deck in the format? This could be a card worth going into white for. This seems very, very reasonable here what our opponent is doing.
When I win,
Got some
you're telling
Esper
me
going on.
about the refinement. I'm tired of your secrets.
Honestly, Miss Vale probably boards out here. Band Adventure, I guess.
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying today.
Is Modern equally or more degenerate than 6 months ago? So, Modern's actually an incredibly fair format at the moment. It's just also a kind of narrow format where everybody's doing very similar things because all of the powerful fair cards have been printed the last, like, few years. Okay, so this is in response to Soul's Enter the Battlefield effect. We'll hold priority, we'll pay 1, we'll discard. Oh, they already had a land in their bin. I'm so dumb. That's fine, we can at least get a land. That's our color. I forgot they bin 1 to Lily. That's fine. We were cute and we held priority. We're adorable.
A fight? And you think you can win? Off you go.
I assume you're you've been sub for almost 4 years, Eastabus. I assume you used to play Modern. If you're someone who used to play Modern, current Modern is basically unrecognizable. Modern is effectively a rotating format that rotates every 2 years when a new Modern Horizons set releases. It is not the format of go and play cards that you love, that you've always loved. Yeah, I don't know how we come back from these wedding festivities here. Chunk. All right, Miss Vale out. Meathooks and Tear Asunders in. Riveteers Charm catches their planeswalkers too. Maybe that's better than these Infernal Grasps. Let's try this. Yeah. Yeah, those don't really exist anymore. Pioneer / Explorer are what I refer to as organic, non-rotating formats. They don't have really busted cards directly injected into them. Current Explorer and Pioneer give me like old Modern vibes in a lot of good ways. I'm really not a fan of the forcibly rotating, non-rotating formats like they do now. I think it's net negative for them, so that's why I don't play them anymore. Not yet, that's true. They could forcibly monetize those formats at some point. I think it'll be a real sad disappointment when if/when they do. There's also, I know there's plenty of people that really enjoy current Modern for what it is, and no qualms to those folks. I just don't like that type of experience out of a non-rotating format. And Liliana the Vale is in Pioneer now. Yeah, which is exciting. Just lovely. Windgrace grabs our fetch land, which gets us a second black. Looking and feeling good here. We'll get to Elder Dragon War next turn to clean these tokens out. Hey, XCap. Thanks for the half a year. Appreciate you up in the Prime. Welcome back. grab our third green here. So we've got the Titan Industries in hand we're working towards. I would love a trade with the Shieldred here. So good for us. Huh? I think I just play Soul of Windgrace now, right? To, like, get the land back again, so I have Titan next turn. Yeah, I'm hoping the Pioneer Anthology was super successful, and Wizards is going to invest more resources into getting Pioneer cards onto this platform faster would be ideal. The Soul has been good here. I agree with that. Hey, Jelly Bean. Thanks for the sub-gifty. Happy set release. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Hardened Scales is super good in anything. Smells like a Wandering Emperor. It does, doesn't it? Okay, well, if this kind of smells like a Wandering Emperor, I think that's reason to play something that kind of force a counterspell, potentially. Yeah, I think getting Disdainful Stroke tier is ideal. Urquan, thanks for re-upping for the 20th month. Welcome back. I think I go grab my last basic out of my deck, huh? Windgrace can't ramp us anymore, but he'll still gain us one whenever he attacks, so that's not terrible. Just Wrenn plus Soul here. Get my double spell in. It could be right, too, to just Titan, get my biggest spell in while they're tapped out and save the double spell for a turn they have counter mana up, but... either is probably good enough there. Soul drew us a lot of lands there. It, not only accelerated us, but, you know, helped us hit all those drops. Felt real good. What's going on, Helk? I think this is the first rotated standard in a while where we don't just have a giant glut of these cards are overtly busted, so we know the starting points. Like, we have, like, Meathook Massacre and Fable the Mirror Breaker that are definitely pushed a bit to a degree, but overall, I think there's a good range of stuff that people are like, oh, this could be reasonable. That is an interesting go wide one. Hopefully they tap out for a what's it called here? I accept, you know what? I was thinking of the enchantment, but I accept a Liliana as a what's it called? This is war. Definitely starting at the beginning of the book, chat. Yes, the best cards in the format are not removal check bombs, is kind of a big mood. We traded Tenacious Underdog for a Wandering Emperor. Yes, sign me up. Am I discarding Meathook? I'm definitely bidding the land. Hold on to the Meathook. I might want that. Do I want to play into... What do we think of just, like, pass Riveteers Charm during their upkeep? I think I'm into it. Rather than, like, running into a Disdainful Stroke. I could also be right to just Tear Asunder it, although Tear Asunder is better into a winning announcement here. Yeah, Riveteers Charm sees Modern play too, right? The Shahana deck was really good. I was pretty impressed with it. Hey, stroke me, daddy. This is worse into Stroke, better into Emperor. Is Tear Asunder main deckable in green-black? Yeah, I think it probably is. Honestly. I can see that being a fine choice. It'll depend on how the metagame shakes out a little bit to a degree, but I'm inclined to say yeah.
Much during my travels. Let me show you. May your blade strike true.
You'll play Emperor and then decide against down-ticking it? Or are we right of Oblivioning? But that's bad into Tenacious Underdog, right? What a strange sequence there.
Those who harm the forest, we can foster much growth here.
Oh shoot, I actually don't. I was like, oh, we'll be able to cast Titan after I plus this, but I actually don't have... I actually don't have a third green, huh? Awkward. Alright, so I can cycle this and grab Graveyard Trespasser. And then eat their Blitzer in the bin. Okay.
I'll have this fight finished before brunch. I've always hated crowds.
4/4 plus gain 5 angle. Gonna hold on to the land so we can ditch it to the Liliana here.
Don't overthink things.
If I do this for X is 2, I can then dash this back. Yeah, sweet. Okay. So, outside of the Jundmirs not being particularly exciting, this deck was a lot of fun to play. Our sequences into most other things felt very reasonable. Windgrace up into this top end felt pretty decent. Elder Dragon War continues to be a card that I'm going to want to shove into everything. This is your kind of mid-range glue in Standard, it feels like. And honestly, maybe even more than Standard. We played Elder Dragon War and Explorer earlier. It also felt good there. Just the flexibility and card selection that these two cards offer are just like everything a mid-range deck wants to be doing in Magic, which is kind of nice. Liliana the Vale feels appropriately powerful, but not busted. She won us plenty of games, but we also boarded her out in some key spots. The token makers, like Wedding Announcement, for example, definitely feel like one of your best ways to attack opposing Liliana. So I think, for example, Mardu is something I'm going to want to explore, because if you're having access to Wedding Announcement, feels like it could really give us a leg up in these red-black pseudo mirrors. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the day. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central with some more Magic the Gathering. Remember, if you have a deck you'd like to see played on stream at some point in the near future, you can submit it using the form on my site with a donation. We also have a promo going with the Green Chef sponsor. If you sign up for a meal box using my code POGJEFF135, you not only get some money off your boxes, but you also get a deck submission when you order your first box with them. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your Thursday wherever you're at, and hopefully see some of you around again tomorrow. And as a last sign off, remember, if you missed anything today, it'll all be up on the YouTube channel here momentarily.